Shut up and sit down.
Hey guys, yes, we're back in the morning here, final day, here at Sandals, Dunn's River, and we're just going to do a little review, before we end this video, of course. So, as you know, the Mahonis, make sure you follow, subscribe, and share as well. Get this video out there to your friends, family, everybody who you know, and you think would find this video very interesting, right? So, to get things started off, overall, let's start with the overall grade, and then we break it down into different categories.
All right, so checking in, that was a smooth process. However, I find that they weren't as hospitable as the other Sandals hotels. I don't know if it's the time of the day or the type of people who live in this area who is working here. They're not as hospitable as the ones in South Coast and West, and also, I mean, this is North Coast, so they're not as friendly as Negril and White House. Yeah, I don't find them to be as friendly. So that wasn't. I would give them 5 out of 10 for that part, because the Sandals that I'm used to.
Wouldn't the overall grade first?
The checkout. No man, I'm talking about checkout part. The check-in part. Sorry. Yeah, man, the hospitality, no. I did see a difference though, like when they had a bus load of tourists came in, they actually went out and sang for them, which I understand because it's like multiple people, but we didn't feel that welcome as like the Sandals in Negril and the one in Ochi, right?
You came in before me because I had to park the car.
Yeah, there was no welcome whatsoever.
When I came in the lobby, I saw you were already talking to a girl already.
Yeah, no one came up to say, hey, welcome. I had to go to the desk. Not even a towel to put on my neck.
There was no bellboy there or nothing like
nothing,
that.
Not even drink.
So no wet rag or anything like
that. Not even welcome drink.
Okay.
I don't understand how that happened.
Yeah,
that was disappointing.
To be honest, at all the Sandals that we have went to, once we pull up, you always have people greeting. They give you a wet rag and also a welcome drink for the most part.
Yeah, man, this was not.
But this one, as I come in, the check-in was fast, But as I come in, my wife was ahead of me, and then when I park the car and come back now and walk to the lobby,
nobody.
This girl came to me, and then basically she was ready to just take us
to the room
without us even checking in or not like that. So maybe it's just, I don't know, it's just an oversight. I don't know.
No, that was too much oversight.
I don't know.
And it's not just with us, because I've seen like not the group that came in and they got the welcome with the song. They got the best welcome. Yeah. Everybody else, it was just like another day.
But that's all they really got still, That's all they really got. To be honest with you, still, the front they seem a little bit short staff or something.
Yeah, they need to do better with
because
that.
Even the tourists that come,
that.
I see a lot of tourists sitting in the lobby who just come and they're just waiting. Normally when I go to Sandals, I see that somebody's house attending to them. So I don't know.
Stick to Negril and South Coast.
Maybe they need to sort out the staff up front to make sure that there's enough staff or something.
The whole staff not hospitable.
So.
They're not rude, but they're just not hospitable. I even hear them cursing bad words. It's unreal. It's literally unreal.
Yeah, that is unlike
I've never gone to a hotel and hear the guests, the people just cuss bad in front of the guests like that.
Right.
I'm not saying like that's not our culture, but this is their job though. Come on.
Yeah.
This is bad. I really think it's bad. The hotel though is beautiful and we love the service and everything in terms of like them giving us what we need to get. And then Shandon saw one of his old-time friends who is one of the managers for one of the restaurants. So we felt, thank God we saw him, because if we never see him, we would have just say the service wasn't good. No, I never expect this. When you pay so much money to go to a hotel, they need to be top-notch. Okay? And the Sandals brand that I am used to is not what I got here. But as I said, there's more to it that was nice and great. It was just that feeling of when you come in, you expect welcome and all that. Yes, and I can't say I'm Jamaican, I'm not supposed to expect that. But I'm sorry, yes, I'm Jamaican and I paid my money and I expect it.
But I think that if a foreigner who is normally consistent Sandals follow and thing, when they come, I think that they would have also felt the difference as well.
There's a difference.
I mean, there is a difference, man. No wet rug, no welcome drink.
No welcome drink.
That is unlike the Sandals that we have been to.
Who is managing this hotel?
So apparently the ones in Ochi, that's what it's taken. Even when we visited the property in Ochi town.
Yeah, we went to the Ochi one.
Yeah, it was basically the same thing. It's similar service. Yeah,
but we can't say Ochi people stay so because when we went to Moon Palace, it wasn't like that. They were very welcoming. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but Adam, look into this.
I don't know. It is
Adam, look into this. I'm gonna make one TikTok video and tag him in it.
Alright, yes, I say that. But anyway, so overall, for the putting everything into perspective, I think that I would give this property like a 8. That's what I think I'd give it. What would you?
Even though they all made it look like the dream property.
Well, it's not finished really. They have another phase to come.
Oh, they're gonna put on the bungalows.
Water bungalows and another expensive villa side over there, butler suites and stuff.
I would give the property 8.
Yeah, that's what I'd give my whole experience here.
The whole experience.
Yeah.
The service, everything included. The food is excellent.
Yeah, the food is excellent. Tastes good right throughout. Drinks, top notch, top quality as usual. A lot of variety. I was able to get different variety of drinks. I like that they put their drinks on the menu, so because I'm not a bartender nor a mixologist, so I don't know the different type of drinks. So every time when I go to the other hotels and the bartenders are asking me what do I want, I'm like, what can I get? Because I don't know the different drinks. So just give me something, and then they look at me like, say, I don't know is what I want or whatever. But anyway, here's a Sandals. You have drinks menu right throughout, and them treat you good in terms of that. So. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, the staff is nice. It's just not the hospitality that I would expect, especially on the boat. We just came off the boat, and the driver said to the woman, a woman was standing, a white woman, "Sit down, lady." He didn't say it in a harsh way, but just how it was said, it was just not hospitable. And I saw her looked at him like, "Are you serious?" And then she sat down, and then when he started driving off, he said, "You can stand now." He could have said, "It's safer to sit now," like say it in a nicer way. I don't know. It's just not giving. It's just not giving hospitable.
Right.
Maybe they're not having a good weekend.
But we're going to focus on one thing for the world. Like we talk about other stuff now. How is the food?
Yeah, you're right, because overshadow it.
How do you grade
the food at 10 out of 10, man.
10 out of 10, okay. And
the entertainment, it's a say 1. Normally we say boring, but me I tell you this one, this Dunn's River one, it's 10 out of 10 for the entertainment. 10 out of 10. And the entertainment, like, it's just vibes. They have the rum club where we just like sit and drink and we can get up and wine and dance and do the good things because we're Christians, so we do the good dances. But it was good. I love the entertainment.
Okay.
Thanks for that.
So you said entertainment is 10 out of 10 as well? Okay. Alright, good.
They could have more variety though.
I mean,
they do.
The magic show was decent. The magic show was decent. That I got a little bit of.
They could have some stinging,
Yeah. But yeah.
Like the live band. Yeah, I feel like they could have used the live band.
Yeah. And let's talk about the design of the property, the aesthetics. What would you give it? How would the hotel design and everything?
9.
9?
Yeah, 9 because I love the pool that it has the glass, and the property is beautiful. But then, like the room we're staying in, the balcony, I don't know.
Oh, the balcony seem kind of old.
Yeah, and it new, so.
I think it design make the balcony look so.
Because
it's normally the views which is facing the garden view out front of the property. This is how they normally stay still. If we had the balcony facing the sea, it would give a totally different, look.
Yeah, but I get to understand this hotel is very packed.
Yeah, we get to understand that Sandals or Dunn's River is packed consistently. Actually, you know, imagine we weren't supposed to come this weekend, you know, because this weekend is not my wife's birthday weekend. It was the weekend from before, and when we called, we couldn't get any reservation at all for that weekend. So, and we have never experienced that with Sandals, you know. So
The kids love beaches,
Yeah.
Sandals. And I love Sandals beaches too because the service is good. So I'm not going to use this to write them off because I know what the standard is. But this one, they have to fix it because they just seem like they don't know what they might do at the front desk. The girl was beautiful though, but they don't let me distracted. Yeah, they have to do better. This is a brand new trend to upkeep. You don't want tourists go say, oh, the service wasn't welcoming, or I didn't find that it was great. Or probably the tourists from overseas won't feel that way because they're all coming in the bus.
yeah, man, I think them not gonna feel no way, man.
The
It's
locals
about-
will do because we had I think about I realized Jamaicans don't really go to Sandals. Well, most Jamaicans. So it was us and another couple, I think, are the only Jamaicans here for the weekend.
Yeah, so that's it. You know, the property, I give it a 9 out of 10 as well too. Yeah, for the most part, I agree with you on everything. You know, we also have turn down service, so the housekeeper comes 2 times throughout the day, and yeah, it's good. The coffee shop was very good as well too. You know, it was excellent. You know, and the breakfast though, you could have more variety, I think though, in the breakfast. Could have had more. It was either them have a section for Jamaican cuisine and then the rest of it was like American style cuisine.
Yeah, the breakfast never have a lot of options, but I still
never
enjoyed it for what they had.
Yeah. Normally I'm used to
Food
when I go
that you
to
know
all
that you-
inclusive, you know, I get more options. But it was very good
It's
for the most
quality over
part.
quantity,
Yeah.
and
So,
we love that any day.
yeah.
I love that they include the glass bottom boat, the sailboat.
Yes, we went on the sail, you know, so the water sports are inclusive, very good water sports as well. Very nice, you know, so Sandals still top notch, you know, still great, still
Yeah,
excellent.
we'll still come back.
You know, we know that you always will continue to improve and
But we
yeah.
have to be the real. I'm not
Definitely.
going to say everything great when it's not great.
yeah. But for the most part it was a very good experience, you know. Right now we don't want to leave, but we have to leave and go back home to our kids. Alright, so yeah, so that is it. Have anything else to say to the people?
Yes, Adam, get the people them to fix their hospitality. At Dunn's River, please,
Yes,
please,
yeah.
please, they need to. Because the sandals that I promote and the sandals that I tell my friends in America about is not this one. The hospitality wasn't there. But definitely everything else was good.
Yeah, man.
And if you're coming to Sandals in Jamaica, even though the hospitality is not great here, I would recommend this to be your first one, and then the second one could be South Coast.
Yes, and big up the manager for the one that managed the rum bar and also the Zuka restaurant. Alright,
Big up yourself, Jermaine.
Jermaine. Forget
A
it,
few friend I have
Jermaine.
no,
No,
like,
'cause 7 years ago since me see him.
Yes, old
But, yeah,
co-worker.
Yeah, big up yourself, Jermaine, you know, big supervisor and manager. You understand me? So,
Yeah, he's hospitable.
Yeah, he made the experience while we went to those restaurants and the rum bar.
Great.
It was a very good experience. So,
Yeah,
big
real
him up.
Jamaican.
Yeah, you know, and
Big
we
up
look
all
forward
of
to
them.
going to more Sandals in the future. So,
Off the island, because at this
Yeah.
point we've gone to all.
yeah. So, that's it, folks. Remember to subscribe, follow, you know, and like this video. Alright, get it out there now, get it out there. And stay tuned for the next video. It's gonna be off the chain, you know what I mean? So that's it.
We can
Bye.
do that.